So before we get started on the day, there's been a small project I've been wanting to do for a while, and it has to do with the border. For those of you folks who are new to our channel, Jen and I live on the Canadian international border. We've got quite a bit of frontage property, and as such, we're going to be having some visitors this summer who come out and see us, some family and friends. And so I want to cut a walking path back there because right now that grass is about up to here. All right, so a few days ago we cut this section here, which is in front of my the woodlot over here, and this kind of comes down to the border. So I came through here with my riding mower, and it took me a little bit, but we cut a path. Now before I show you what we did, I'll show you what it looked like. This is what that entire path that we're going to walk through looks like. You can see the walls as we go through. It's going to be, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet high at some point. It's kind of crazy, but I've got a Troy built Bronco riding mower, and it did wonderful. Let's take a look. So this little walking path here is nice because, number one, it allows us to come back here. Everything to the right is ours, even though we are on the border. A lot of bugs back here though. But we've got a nice walking path, so when we have family and friends come this summer, we'll have a nice little trail down here to the border. Now everything you see in front of you, all of that's all Canada. Bugs are terrible. I'm getting destroyed out here. We're not going to be out here for but just a minute, because now I'm getting eaten alive. Deer flies are awful back here in the woods with this tall grass. So we're going to get out of here. Wasn't so bad when I was on the mower, but just walking out here is, whew, they are kicking my ass. So one of the things Jen has asked for is a shelf back here. So I've got a shelf, and I have some hangers. So what I'm going to do is I want to see how long this shelf is compared to this wall. What I might end up doing is, building one shelf and then a couple of smaller shelves underneath. I don't know yet. And I also want to put a couple of shelves in this corner as well. So let's go see what we got. I've got this. Oh man, that's a heavy one. I have this. Oh, I almost fell on my toes. So I got this. I think this is 12 inches. I got that one. And then I also have some hemlock board that's, I think, might be a little longer. I'd have to double those up though. I had a real nice shelf, but I ended up cutting it up and using that for the chicken coop. So I don't have that available anymore. But I think, this is the only one I've got that's of any real size. So I think we're going to take this in and we'll see if, we'll get this thing in. All right, so now that we've got the main shelf in, I want to come over here to the corner and I want to put some shelves over here. The other thing I'm going to do is take a piece of hemlock or a piece of cedar and put it up against the back. So that way, we reduce anything falling over, in the back there. So we'll put a board up there. And then this corner here, I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet, but I'm going to figure it out. The plants that Jen planted in the greenhouse are all doing real well. We're really happy with the way they're growing. And we've also got some extras here too. All right, well, we got the shelves up. We decided, rather than going on the side here, because I don't have a permanent solution just yet, or a good solution for that, we decided to go ahead and put a shelf here. So we've got 2 shelves, and yeah, pretty happy with it. Now Jen's going to be going through her shed, and she'll get what she needs put in here, and yeah, that'll be it. So, since that's all done, I'm going to clean up in here and we're heading out to the yard. So the next project I've got to do is build 2 5 by 2 foot raised beds. Now these raised beds are going to be for herbs. Specifically our chives and our mint. All right, so we got our cedar from our stockpile. So we're gonna run over to the work area and get these beds built. I have hemlock boards, and we could use those for the beds. But we've got all of these cedar boards that we were originally gonna use on the garage. And what I've found is that cedar is just a better wood for these raised beds. And so since we have the cedar, we're gonna go ahead and use whatever we need to build these beds, because it's important to get these beds done this year. As far as the garage is concerned, we'll cross that road when we get there. For the most part, or chances are, we'll just end up buying what we need from the local mill. Kind of sucks that we had to use the cedar that we cut for the garage on these other projects. But at the same time, we're still getting to use our cedar for our projects on our homestead. And that is cool in and of itself. All right, so I think this is where they're gonna go. What I need to do now is grab some cardboard and grab some loam. We're gonna go ahead and get these filled up. Okay, so we've got the beds are done and they're awesome. They're absolutely perfect. This one here, we're going to be putting mint in, And this one here is gonna have chives. I know it's a lot of chives, but that's okay. We love chives and we love mint. I actually love having mint tea. Well, the weather is getting bad and we are calling it a day. It was a fun build. I enjoy building these and I've gotten really, really good at them. So there's really no complaints on my side of having to build these. Now the plan is to build about 2 or 3 more, but we're gonna do that much, much later. We have too many things to do. And I keep telling you guys, we gotta get started on this garage soon. Hopefully it happens in the next week. Keeps getting pushed off because there are other priorities that have to get done. It's just kind of the way it is for us here on our homestead. I hope you get out there and build your own raised beds. They're so easy, they're so convenient, and they definitely help the back a little bit. So thanks a lot for sticking around and watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you folks on the next video.